Keith, I have to admit I laughed a little bit when I saw the start of the next chapter, Navigating the Business Bermuda Triangle. Then I saw the three concepts, and it left me thinking those are three solid business principles. And yet I can see where those principles could both get you started in a big way, but also get you stuck. Could you talk a little bit more about that?
Yeah, you've really captured the essence of that chapter, the Business Bermuda Triangle. So again, this came out of our research. We found as we talked with companies that were smaller companies, 10 million, 25 million, 50, even $100 million in sales, we'd ask them, what makes you successful? We tended to get the same answers in roughly the same way. And then at a certain point of a company's growth, we began to get different and more nuanced answers. And what that led us to believe that kind of what gets you up to breakthrough won't get you through breakthrough. And the three concepts you alluded to are essentially the three things people told us make them successful when they're a small or middle-sized business. And that is, number one, we're really close to our customers. We've got these big competitors out there, and they're just not as close to the customers as we are. Number two, our costs are lower because we don't have all this infrastructure and all these layers, and so we're able to come in and just bid a little bit lower on that job. And the third thing we have is that we're quick. We can turn around a new model or a new prototype for a customer a lot quicker than our bigger, more lumbering competitors. And so we began to see those three things as kind of the three kind of essential qualities of a successful small to mid-sized company.
Keith, those sound like pretty solid business principles that most small businesses would embrace. What's the trap?
Well, the interesting thing is they're not just principles. They are the essence of being small, right? How can a company be faster than bigger competitors? They're small. There aren't as many people to check with. How can they have lower costs? They don't have all the overhead of a larger company. Why are they closer to their customer? Because they have fewer customers. It's a lot easier to be close to your 10 customers than to your 1,000 customers.
Especially when just a small percentage of those customers are probably their largest customers.
Exactly. So what happens when you're no longer small? When you no longer have those automatic advantages that accrue to you as a result of being small. And what we found is many companies kind of hang on to those advantages just hoping they'll continue to work for them, and then at some point they stop working and the company says, what do we do? And other companies figure out a way to translate those small company edges to kind of long-term advantages. And what they do is they have to reinvent the way they deliver those values. I'm not saying that you get to a certain size and you don't have to be close to your customer anymore. But what you have to do is you have to systematically develop processes and systems that make you close to the customer. You can't do it informally and accidentally as a result of being small. You have to revise and reinvent your processes to build a sustaining advantage of cost advantage, if that's an important part of your strategy. And you've got to build in processes and procedures and systems which allow you to be faster. And it's kind of taking those kind of edges that accrue to smallness and converting them into sustaining advantages, which can work in a larger scale. That I think makes the difference between companies that navigate the Bermuda Triangle and those that don't.